Hello, this is Alfred Brock, and I'm going to be talking to you about a brochure from the Drug Enforcement Administration, and it's all about what you should know about prescription drug misuse among college students. So this is for college students, this is for their parents and family, and generally anyone who's interested. So we're going to talk about what you should know about prescription drug misuse among college students. The prevalence of this, that is how common is it, right? The prevalence of it is that on an average day, 559 full-time college students start the non-medical use of prescription pain relievers, and 415 full-time college students use illicit or illicit stimulants non-medically. They're starting to do that. It's not just the total amount of them in the United States doing this each day. Nearly 12% of college students reported using one or more types of prescription drugs, including antidepressants, sedatives, and stimulants that were not prescribed to them within the last 12 months. College students have a higher likelihood of misusing prescription stimulants, often referred to as study drugs. Study drugs, when compared to their non-college peers. Some students begin using prescription stimulants in the belief it may benefit their academic performance, but the non-medical use of stimulants has not been proven to do so. Staying up all night, for example, just with a simple one like drinking coffee. Staying up all night, regularly drinking coffee, losing sleep, having the caffeine in your body will reduce actually the concentration that you have. So there's no proof that it's going to help you, but there is some evidence, clear evidence, that it hurts. So the source for this information is from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, from a booklet called The Day in the Life of College Students Aged 18 to 22, Substance Use Facts. That was printed in May 26, 2016, but it's still pertinent, if not more so today. American College Health Association National College Health Assessment from fall 2016 also provided information for the material I just read to you. The consequences. What are the consequences for using prescription drugs and illicit drugs while in college? Well, negative outcomes of prescription drug misuse among college students include missing class, paying for the class, or the family's paying for the class, or the parents paying for the class, or there's been a loan, or there's been a grant. Now you're not getting the product you paid for. You're missing the class because of the use of the drugs. Lower grade point average. Here's some evidence that clearly indicates that using these prescription drugs to enhance performance is false. Okay? Lower grade point average. What else can occur? Psychosis, hallucinations, paranoia. Again, just as with any other illicit drug or prescribed medication that is being taken by someone it was not prescribed for, this is a serious problem. Psychosis, hallucinations, and paranoia. Oh, these are not frightful make-believe statistics. If someone has mental illness and starts taking these drugs, whether alone, independently, and by independently I mean one type, or mixing them together with other things, or combining them with alcohol, or combining them with caffeine, or combining them with nicotine, or even alcohol, nicotine, and caffeine, right? Putting them all three together. If someone has a mental illness, it can and certainly does worsen it. If someone does not have a mental illness, the combination of these drugs, whether individually or all together, can cause symptoms of a mental illness. And if this carries on long enough, right, becomes habit, well, then the person is suffering from mental illness. Either way, there's pain involved, suffering involved, and these very serious side effects can occur. Psychosis, hallucinations, paranoia, and whether it's in a little bitty, I can handle it, right? What are you handling? What is an acceptable level of psychosis? What is an acceptable level of hallucinations? What is an acceptable level of paranoia? Oh, I had a bad weekend. You certainly did, and it plays through the rest of the week. So eliminating these drugs, good idea, right? What else? Increased risk for cardiac effects. Well, if you're sitting there studying all night, you're taking stimulants, right? Or if you're laying around all weekend and you're not doing anything and you're taking sedatives or whatever, or you're taking hallucinogenics and everything, right? Your heart rate's affected, your body's affected. If you're sleeping or resting all the time, taking those sedatives, drugs for fun, for recreation, which is like kind of weird, your body is not getting the exercise it needs. The metabolism is being affected and attacked. And then if the stimulants are there, then the body's being overstimulated at times that it should not be, breaking that circadian rhythm, breaking the normal process that your body goes through each day to keep itself alive and healthy. Right? Another thing is a loss of coordination, dropping the books, right? Loss of coordination. That's dangerous. You don't want to be driving when someone's taking drugs. You don't want to be driving with them. You don't want to be doing anything complicated. The person's got a job trying to work themselves through college and is taking drugs. Well, the advantages of having the job to help them get through college has just kind of been destroyed by the use of the drugs. So loss of coordination and addiction. Many of these drugs are addictive, whether they're stimulants, many of which can be, it's not physically addictive. Well, they have perhaps low physical addictive qualities, but they do have very high social addictive qualities. And what does that mean? Well, there's an entire social organization that goes along with some of these, like meth, cocaine, and even though it may not be physically addictive for an individual, certainly that social addiction is there. Takes up time, takes up money, takes up effort, coordination, right, in the life to plan ahead, to get the drugs, to consume the drugs, to recover from the drugs, and continue with college. I said one thing about college, and I filled up a whole handful plus of things that were not happening there when the stimulants were being taken. Now, addiction, say from opioids or some of the depressants or the other drugs that supposedly calm people down, right, and remove their problems. Well, the problems aren't removed; they may be masked, right, and some others may be drawn out. So, just for opioids, for example, within 10 days, your body can become accustomed to it and become reliant on it. And within a couple of weeks, there is an addictive situation that has developed that does exist. And if you try to stop using it, you'll suffer through that sickness for about 7 to 12 days to withdraw from it so that you feel better. And in some cases, that withdrawal can get very serious. The addiction to the drug can start out with access to some prescription drugs, and you start buying some prescription drugs. They become too expensive, and the individual finds out, hey, I can buy heroin, and again, we're back to that problem. You're in school. The person is in school, right? Now they're seeking out the drug. They're planning to take the drug. They're consuming the drug. They're recovering from the drug, and they are suffering from the drug itself. All right. None of that has to do with studying in college and getting grades. 5 problems, and one goal, and these other 5 things. What the heck are they doing there? I don't know. Now, things you can do to prevent prescription drug misuse. This is very important. Please listen. Work with physicians and law enforcement personnel to inform students, right? If you got someone in your life or you're a student, talk to others, right? Inform students about the physical, academic, and legal risks and consequences of prescription drug misuse. Prescription drug misuse is illegal. Right, so if you're buying something or selling it, that's a problem. That is illegal. It is against the law. You're planning to do it. You're arranging to do it. You're taking money out of the economy and transferring it into the place. Where do you think those illicit drugs are coming from? They're not coming from a doctor who's saying, oh, this will be good if I prescribe this for thousands of students that are going to get it and take it on their own. That's not how that works, okay? So they're coming from illegal channels, and people are doing terrible things to get them. And you may be paying a reasonable price for a prescription drug that you shouldn't have, while others are paying exorbitant prices and their lives are being destroyed. There's just no way to sugarcoat that. Get educated yourself. Right? You're a parent, all right. Be able to talk knowledgeably about prescription drugs with your children. You got some prescription drugs in your cabinet right now, you're not using them? Hey, it's time to get rid of them. But before you do, look them up. Write down the name of the drug, look it up, go ahead, Google it, go to the library, break out one of those pharmaceutical books. Go visit the pharmacy. Ask your doctor, what are these? What are the contraindications? What can I learn more about it? And see if it has an abusive possibility. Excuse me. You will be amazed at how many do. They're very dangerous. They need to be handled carefully. And after they've been taken and used for the reason that they were purchased for in the first place, time to get ready to go. By the way, take back days occur once a year, sponsored by government agencies, but you can get rid of your drugs at any time. Just call your local hospital, your local police department, and say, hey, where can I get rid of these extra drugs? And they're going to tell you, and you can get rid of it right away. Get it out of the house. So faculty members and staff, this is for all the teachers and everybody working in the schools, right? Be able to recognize the signs and symptoms of prescription drug misuse. And that'll be the same as illicit drug misuse. You know, oh, this dude's got a problem with pills coming out of a bottle, and this one has them coming from a little baggie. When you realize the signs and symptoms of drug misuse, you're going to know the signs and symptoms of prescription drug misuse. And even though the person may have a prescription for it, and it's all okay with the doctor, if you're seeing a problem, you are seeing a problem. Okay, now it's time to take some steps. Know the available on and off campuses resources to refer someone for help. Does your campus have on-campus resources? Social workers or teachers or some sort of group? Well, there you go. You can refer these people there. What about off-campus? Maybe your university or school or college or community college doesn't have this a very robust or very large process to get people the help they need. But does everybody else on the campus know that they can talk to social workers in the area? Where are the social workers in the area? Where are the doctors in the area? Where are the people that can help them with prescription drug abuse? Do they know themselves what it looks like when they themselves are sick, right? Is that knowledge publicly available on campus and published on campus? You know, got a little poster going on. Got to mention it in any emails that are going on, little footnotes here and there and everywhere. It's good stuff, something to do, not looking to overwhelm you, but come on. Everybody needs to communicate more, not less. We need some more effective communication. And you can do it. I know you can. Now for students, excuse me, students, learn the facts yourself. Learn the facts about what you put in your body. What? You know about a banana, right? How about methamphetamine? You know about that? How about tetracycline? How about oxycodone? Do you know what's in that? Do you know what it does? Oxycodone, within 2 weeks, can cause your body to be addicted to the opioids. All right? That's just one. You know what's going in your body? Are you buying a knockoff? Do you know who you're getting it from? These are all very important questions. Very important questions. Are they, please, you're paying them for this illicit drug perhaps, right? What's going on there? Where is your money going? Forget about asking a dealer about that, because they're not going to tell you, either because they don't know or because they're willfully deceiving you in order to get your cash. Learn the facts, students. Learn the facts, young folks. You learn the facts, old folks, anybody that's trying to get a hold of these things or use them things. Learn the facts and talk to your parents or any other trusted adult. For example, the professor or coach, your friend, about concerns you have about prescription drugs. Are you using them? Are you using them and thinking, oh, why am I using these? I bought them not from a pharmacist, not prescribed from a doctor, yet I have this very expensive pill here, or I have this other drug here in this little bag. I'm not quite sure what's in that bag. Time to start talking to a trusted adult. Time to start talking to someone who can give you the information you need. Social workers are cool. Teachers are cool, all this, so that you can get the information that you need. Primarily at this point, what I'm talking about is you don't need that stuff. So if you've got it near you, or you know someone's using it, or you're taking it, it's time to learn all sorts of new things. You are in college, you are learning things, or if you're not, you're still learning things. Because this is not just a problem for college students, but let me tell you, moms and dads and students that are in college, this is an extra added cost. It is a danger. It's like having if someone's taking prescription drugs in a college campus, it's like having them live in a dorm on college campus. And every day at 1 o'clock, a car comes driving through the parking lot. normally 15 miles per hour zone, at 60 miles per hour. Every day, same time. And then every once in a while, it shows up at a different time. Very dangerous. It is hit and run. It is a hit and miss situation, and it is very dangerous to have these drugs about or to use them. Don't share your prescription drugs. Do not share your prescription drugs. Have you ever seen that? I recall this happening in an office one time. Lady said, "Oh, I got a headache. My head hurts so bad." Her friend says, supposedly her friend, "Oh, I've got something here. The doctor gave it to me a couple of months ago, and I've got some left. Would you like one of these? It's good for headaches." What? The lady takes it, pops it in her mouth. What was it? What did she just put in her mouth? What did she just take from this other person? Now, imagine you pay for it. You don't know what you got. You do not know what you have. In fact, many people that get prescription drugs for a good use do not know what they have. They don't look it up. They don't investigate it. They follow the instructions on the bottle, like say for opioids, right? And it says take as needed. A lot of people don't hear take as needed. They see take every 4 hours or every 8 hours or with breakfast, and they eat that whole bottle up. And as a result, dependency occurs, and in some cases, addiction occurs. The person goes back after the bottle's done. The doctor says, "How you feeling?" The person says, "Well, I took all the medicine, but I still feel a little pain over here." Of course they feel pain, because now, say, for example, if it's opioids, they may be experiencing withdrawal symptoms, right? Now, they're reporting withdrawal symptoms has nothing to do with that original problem, so the doctor gives them another refill. This can go on 2 or 3 times, and it's still not working, so the doctor ups the dose or ups the number of pills. And that happens all the time. It's all too familiar. So, don't share your prescription drugs. They were prescribed to you for the specific thing that you got or getting over with or got rid of, not anyone else. You're talking about a difference in dosage. You're talking about a difference in strength. And in some cases, the person may be allergic to what you have. And you don't know that, and they may not know that. We already discussed that a person may not even know what the drug is that they have, whether they bought it in a little bit of bag or they've got an actual prescription for it. So don't share it. It's not something to share. It's not being nice. When you're done with yours, get rid of it. Dispose of unused or expired medications properly. For more information, I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to show it to you. https://go.usa.gov/X5E7J. You don't have to make it a capital E. https://go.usa.gov/X5E7J. Let's see if we can get it sharp for you. And I think you can read it sharp there, right? https, etc., etc. Just look up online how to get rid of your unused pharmaceuticals, and you'll find plenty of places to go to do that. So get involved. Join your campus or local community's drug abuse prevention coalition. Go help them out. Go show up at a meeting. Sit there. Let the people who are struggling see that someone in the community cares. And let me tell you, a lot of people don't do that. What's going on there? They're having a meeting. They're talking to each other. They're learning new things. They're telling their stories sometimes. And it is very important for others to know that they have someone with them. Right now we're going with the COVID thing, right? So we don't want to physically go to these meetings, but there are online meetings all over the place that you can join, and your mere presence, you'll learn something, but your mere presence will help someone else. And you know what? If you're struggling with this, or you think you are, you got a friend who is, or a family member, or you got a student in college, you're going to learn something. There will be something good that comes out of it. The alternative is, I don't know what else you're doing, but think of one thing that perhaps doesn't give you any fulfillment or as much as you think should, or you just got time on your hands, and go take a look at one of these meetings. So get involved. Join your campus local community drug abuse prevention coalition. Talk about it. Inform others about it, and you're going to do a lot of good in the world, because there are so many folks that are unaware of all this. Now, some of the other additional resources you can go learn at campusdrugprevention.gov. So campus drug prevention, one big word, .gov. Get more information and resources. And then there's also marijuana and prescription drug misuse among college students, which is another publication they have for you. And there it is right there. In fact, both of them with the campus drugprevention.gov. And down on the bottom, we're looking at marijuana use and prescription drug misuse among college students. Right? So you can go there, https://go.usa.gov/x5MUP. All right? That's what I got for you today. I want to wish you a happy and healthy rest of your week. Enjoy yourself, and please watch out, learn about prescription drug abuse among college students and how to stop it. Wish it was a little sharper, don't you? Okay. Bye-bye.